Hello everybody, welcome to the first annual Bombermonth. You see what I did there? Bomberman, Bomber, you, you don't care about that. I'm sure you didn't know this before, but I really like Bomberman. So just like how Andrew is the Kirby guy, some call me Johnny is the Sonic guy, Cadacarus is the Crash Bandicoot guy, Projared is the Final Fantasy guy, Peanut Butter Gamer is the Zelda guy. So since April is my birth month, and I really like Bomberman, it's Bombermonth time. So, to start off the tradition, I'm going to be talking about Bomberman's 4 animes. Cartoon adaptations of video games aren't usually known to be the highest of qualities.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Hopefully, you can see why. Today, however, we are in an interesting position where Bomberman didn't really have any cartoons, but he did have 4 animes. But what's the first thing you think of when you hear Bomberman? Bombs?
The Jericho.
The fun multiplayer? Endless numbers of characters? An educational OVA that has nothing to do with Bomberman and instead focuses on how to survive an earthquake?
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, it's a little weird. Scratch that, it's very weird, but what we have on our hands is an OVA called Bomberman Ryuki o Arigato Watashi ga Mimi ni Naru. I probably butchered that, in which case I deeply apologize. But essentially, it roughly translates as, "Thanks for the courage, Bomberman." It was released on VHS on April 21, 1997, and it was produced by Senkyu Educational Film Company and distributed by Sochiku. The OVA is about a girl, her young sister, and their hearing impaired parents surviving the earthquake that hit their hometown, Kobe. They escape to an evacuation center, and that's basically where most of the OVA takes place, as the girl starts drawing manga of Bomberman characters to cheer up the other children. You might be wondering, wait, this sounds like it has absolutely nothing to do with Bomberman, and you'd be mostly correct, as there's only 3 minutes of actual Bomberman stuff in it. Now, I must address, I've never been in an earthquake before. Clearly I haven't, but for what this is trying to teach to kids, it must have been very helpful. If anything, one of my problems with this is the fact that Bomberman isn't this, like, at all. It's like talking about tsunami while you're having sprinkles of animated Sonic stuff. It's like having Mario tell you drugs are bad.
And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.
Oh wait, he did say that! My point being, he feels out of place and they probably should have just removed Bomberman altogether. Next up, Bomberman Bidamen Baikugaden. This is a combination of Bomberman and Bidamen, a marble shooting toy franchise produced in Japan by Takara. Originally released in 1993, these were modeled after Bomberman and hence was called Bomberman Bidamen. They also made 5 kits in total for the Bomberman Bidamen Baikugaiden series before branching away from Bomberman in 2003. Before that, along with toys, they made mangas, 2 games, and a card game, which I'll cover those in another time. But what we're really going to be looking at are the 2 animes. First, Bomberman Bidamen Baikugaiden. Oddly enough, this reminded me of Samurai Pizza Cat, except it has nothing to do with ninjas or Japan and takes place in space. It also has elements of Star Trek and Star Wars. 1,000 years ago, the beautiful Bida city was attacked by the dark Bida in the quest to control the entire blue solar system. The heroic Bida men, drawing on their legendary power and ingenious technology, were able to restore peace to the universe. But it is only a matter of time before evil forces strike again. Our hero, Right Bomber, and his friends continue to patrol the kingdom, fight against Dark B-Day, and are always on the alert for danger, but they are always ready for fun as well. If you're ever planning on watching this, I hope you're prepared to have your eyes glued at the subtitles, cause there hasn't been any English stuff. Well, kinda.
Well, next time, young man.
Girl!
Girl?
You'd better watch what you say. I'll let it slide this time.
Yeah, I think it's best if you stick with sub. A young B-Diamond called Sihobun with a strong sense of justice who dreams of being able to fly befriends Aobun and his grandfather, Dr. Greybun, as he becomes a defender of Bida City and joins the battle against the Dark B-Day who have come to destroy his home. His adventure begins. White Bomber is the goofy but courageous leader of the B-Diamond team. He's also very clumsy. Blue Bomber is the brains of the B-Diamond team and the grandson of Dr. Grey Bomber, the professor who creates and repairs the B-Diamond team's B-D armor. Being the only female of the group, Red Bomber is the sweetheart, but is also a bit of a tomboy. She tends to be more mature than her companions and is uniquely talented with animals and perspective, understanding, and a pacifist who dislikes fighting. She's cute. I mean, I love her. Never mind. Yellow Bomber is greedy, the comic relief, and also stupid apparently.
わいかわいはな宇宙をかける運送やさすらいのはぐれ狼ヒーローボインや
これからどうする？そうね。
人に名前聞いといてそれかい
He might be my favorite. Grey Bomber is the grandfather of Blue Bomber, a genius professor and inventor of the B-Day armors that the heroes use to fight against evil and protect B-Day's city with. Unlike the other four heroes, Black Bomber is more serious and mature, and can even come across as harsh at times. Though he seems aloof, mysterious, and cold on the outside, he is a good person at heart, showing a willingness to help his friends whenever they are in danger. He always leaves immediately afterwards, however, preferring to work alone. But yeah, essentially this anime is like a Ratchet & Clank cartoon, except it was made in Japan and it starred Bomberman instead, which is actually really neat. It does have problems though. While I like the art style, some of these designs look kinda odd.
まさか帝国軍の仕業？ 帝国軍じゃなさそうね。
Did I mention that this anime was weird?
またこいつ人に慣れてるんだ。あれ印がついてる。根本指令が研究のためにつけたチェイサーエンブレムよ。ヤシの木がアンテナになっていて、あれ何かしら。
But at the same time, I think that's what makes it a little more charming. The more huh and what elements can surprisingly keep you engaged. Sure, there are way better shows, but it's still worth checking out. Next up, Bomberman B-Damen Baku Gaiden Victory. Now, from what I can tell, the main characters seem to be police officers now, plus a green bomber. There's only one problem. there's no subtitles or even some kind of crappy fan dub. But despite that, I'm still gonna try and judge it much as possible. For starters, even though both of them look pretty identical, something about this one has the color popping a lot more. Or maybe it's because of the fun designs of the enemies. How they are a lot more angular and stray away from the normal Bomberman look. If I could compare this anime to anything, I guess it'd be like a combination of Super Sentai and Sailor Moon. More Sailor Moon than Super Sentai though. So like the previous one, we essentially have a Monster of the Week show. And as for if there's any continuity, I couldn't tell you because once again, there are no subtitles. Honestly, I might like this one a little more than the previous one. Seeing the main cast interact with each other like a friend group and a bunch of buffoonist goofballs is really charming. Or even seeing the different inhabitants of the world they explore. Just pray to God you don't see two cats trying to impersonate someone.
I'm the rabbit! I'm the rabbit! I'm the rabbit! I'm the...
What a story, Mark.
Last but not least, we have the only other one I knew about, other than the Earthquake OVA, Bomberman Jetters.
よーし、見てろ！今度こそ！
So basically, our story is that the Heiji bandits, who have been stealing all the unique items in the universe since Mighty, the fabled Bomberman, vanished while on an assignment 6 months ago, are now on the one step ahead. Then, Mighty's younger brother, White Bomber, joined the Jetters in their hunt for him. As the Heiji bandits try to take the items, White Bomber and the Jetters confront them and foil their schemes. It's actually a really interesting concept. I just kinda wish they toned down Zero Bomb's brattiness. I mean, I get what they were going for, annoying kid that doesn't really know what he's doing. But at the end of the day, the way you're gonna feel about him is the way the characters in Sailor Moon feel about Artemis.
これよかあっち行ってよどこまでついてくる気ったくスクーターは壊れるし変な子にはつきまとわれるしもう
Hey, wait a minute.
It's not so bad since he does evolve over the anime, but those beginnings are gonna be really rough hanging there. What I think this anime does better than the other ones is diving into the characteristics and backstories of the character. Like, really see what they are like as a kind of person. It also feels like, in general, this one was where more effort was put in. As much as I like the other ones, this one felt a little more ambitious. I mean, yeah, it doesn't succeed at everything, but when it lands extremely well. It really is pretty adorable. And I gotta be honest, the show can be pretty funny sometimes.
ったんだ。ところがいきなりボン食らっちゃって。
マイティの弟？
一緒に食らっちゃった
あの伝説のボンバーマンの？
それの痛いの痛くないの？
目が回る。
だったかな？
兄さんと全然違うじゃん。
So it's pretty obvious that Jetter's might be my favorite one out of all of them. But I'm really curious of what your favorite is. Let me know in the comments. Wow, Bombermonth has been going pretty smoothly so far. But as what I'm gonna do next,
やるときゃやるぜ何度でもパワーを上げて僕がやらなきゃ誰がやる